Good afternoon, everyone. I get to give the charge to Elaine. You're so brave. That's a joke. Okay. Elaine, you have a heart that is shaped for compassion and faithfulness. I know you will always be faithful to God. I'm not worried about that. I charge you to be faithful to yourself, too. Your call is unique to you. Your wisdom and kindness are unique to you, and may you always be a blessing in this ministry. The American stereotype of Asian women, and by extension, Asian American women, is that we are subservient and polite. People who believe that were clearly not raised by any women in my family. But my charge to you is to remember Jesus tended to the poor and sick with great compassion. He also fought economic exploitation at the temple by flipping over tables and whipping out the money changers. We are called to care, and to care is to remember God loves justice, that we were commanded to care for the least of these, yet our society is bent sideways to benefit the privileged at the expense of the vulnerable. You are unfailingly courteous, and I charge you to be our example. I charge you also to be free to push back when the rest of us need to hear what you have to say. You are the result of generations of women using their God-given wisdom. Women whose will brought them through, helped them survive. Asian and Asian American women like Betha Hoy, a pastor out of Presbyterian Church of Chinatown. She came to be an intern with my dad. He was 29, she was in her 50s, in rural Eastern Oregon. Like Grace Suzuki, like Mary Pak, the first Korean American woman ordained in the PCUSA, and like the Reverend Jean Kim. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she was a Korean immigrant woman. She stood up to men and once told me she was not very popular in her own community. She started a congregation of and for homeless women in Seattle, and she at some point decided to wear only purple, head to toe, until homelessness ended. So her whole life you could pick her right out of a crowd, all in purple, head to toe. She was unmistakable. And you, like these women who have gone before us, love the church and know when to speak up and speak out on behalf of the vulnerable. All of these women and more made it possible for you and me to be here today. And they didn't do all that for us to have to always be polite. I charge you to advocate for those to whom you minister and for the most vulnerable among us. But above all, I charge you to trust your own wisdom given to you by God. May it be so.